Hi everyone, welcome back to another California Psychics Live. We are simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all for watching. Super excited to have you here. And my name is Carly. I'll be your moderator, and I'm here with Psychic Marin. Marin, how are you doing today?
Hello. I am great. Thank you everybody for joining us again. I have just gotten back. I was on vacation for a week. So if you were waiting in my queue or trying to get in, I will be online a lot this week to make up for my absence last week. But I was just sharing before the broadcast that I had been up on the Oregon coast, and there was this beautiful like sand art and sand labyrinths where they rake and they accept volunteers to rake and create these sand labyrinths. And it's just this beautiful meditative walk. So I got to start my morning off 3 mornings in a row with these meditative sand labyrinths that were just stunning. So I'm recharged and refreshed and ready to read for all of you today.
That is awesome. And yes, that's a good message to everyone. And sometimes you just need to sit back and recharge because we need that. We need that in our lives.
Yep. I say work hard, play hard.
Yes. Well, thank you again for joining us, Marin. And we're going to get into some questions very soon. But first, for anyone that is here for the first time, I want to kind of give you a little rundown of how this works. You can type in your question in the chat. We'll get to as many questions as we can. We're here for an hour, but still, we get thousands of questions. So just know, type it in more than once, and I'll be sure to go back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. We'll get as many questions in. Remember that you can't ask any questions, or we can't answer any questions about health-related concerns or legal concerns, anything about pregnancy or sickness or court cases. Those we can't answer, but anything about your love life or dream interpretation or messages from a deceased loved one, those are all up for grabs, and I hope we get to your question. So let's see who the first question is going to be from. So Angelica says, hello, will I get a job in my marketing department at my current bank this month, or movement to the back office?
Okay, I'm glad you even prefaced the question with this month, because I was going to say late August, and gosh, it just dawned on me that we are already in the month of August. So, yes, I'm getting the number that stuck out was 23rd, 25th, like that window of time is when I'm seeing that position being offered to you. So that is a yes. Movement to the back, like, I feel like I'm looking at two different positions. And so the one that I'm seeing is the marketing position. I don't get as strong of a hit with the terminology of the back office. So yes, I do see you getting the marketing position end of August, right around the 23rd.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, off to a good start.
I know. Alexis says, hello, my name is Alexis. Can you please tell me when I will get over this heartbreak over Muhammad? When will I truly start to feel myself again? Wow.
This one runs deep. So the time frame that they originally gave me was, I see about there was a rough number. I was given 2 months, and the question wasn't even completed when I was told the answer. So I didn't even hear what the final question was, but I was told 2 months, but this is going to happen, meaning that the emotion is going to hit you like a wave again and again. And I don't feel like this person's completely out of your life. And I just really caution you, because the long road ahead is almost 2 years, because it's just like ripping this wound open again and again and again. So just as you start to feel like you're rebounding, then it starts again. So sadly, I feel like this is something where you've got almost 2 years ahead of you before it's not something that seeps into your thoughts at least a few times a week. So 2 months before you're moving on, but this is going to be a couple years of flashbacks.
Let's see. Shayla says, will Andy and I be in a committed relationship soon?
He is avoiding that label. He does not want to be pinned down. I don't see that there are trust issues, but I feel like there's this underlying sense of, I still want my freedom. I'm not 100% certain that this is it for me. And the more you're trying to push, the more he's going to backpedal. So my advice to you, because of how they're showing this, is you're really likely to actually push him away. I would continue staying this course you're about 6-7 weeks away from him being ready for that label. But right now he is not ready. I wouldn't push. Enjoy the fun and the more lightheartedness while you can. Otherwise, you're going to lose this guy. You'll regret it if you're wanting to ask.
Juan says, will Juan and Marina be together? Will Juan move back officially with Marina?
After the very beginning of the year. So this is going to be something that starts to gain a lot of momentum around November. You're going to get your hopes up, and it's just not happening. I don't see the follow through until the very beginning of February. It even starts towards the end of January. So right around that New Year's timeframe, that's when the plans are being made. There's a lot of family, though. I'm assuming that on his side, there are a lot of family members, because what I'm getting is the support of him being committed in this relationship, and everybody really encouraging that he just resume this relationship and settle down. And he doesn't trust all the voices and everything that he's hearing. That's what's delaying this. So right after New Year's is when you actually are moving back in together.
Gotcha. And then one thing, I was gonna say one thing before we move on to the next question is I forgot to mention at the end of the hour, like the last 15 minutes or so, we'll be answering questions. Marin will be taking questions with tarot cards. So if anyone doesn't really feel like being specific about what they want to answer right now or ask right now, you can feel free to say, I want a love card or just a card about my life path. And then you can think about your question, and Marin can pull a card and interpret what that card might mean for you. But again, it's a way, if you don't feel like answering your question out loud to everyone, you can do that. And I see some questions right now in the chat that are kind of vague. And so we are only going to be answering very specific questions so Marin can get to as many people as possible. For example, if you're asking about a particular person or a deceased loved one, please use their first name. It'll help Marin connect faster. And again, we're just trying to get to as many people as possible. So thank you for helping us out with that. The next question. Vanessa, hello, Marin. I value your readings because you're so good. When will me and Tom have our first date?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm up to 3 weeks. 3 weeks. There's when you first gave me his name, I saw this little young child around him, and I just feel like that's the distraction, or that there's family, or there's a delay in this starting. You've got about 3 more weeks, and I'm trying to work as quick as I can. So this is one of those situations where I don't want to get sidetracked with discussing this child, but I feel like that is a little hurdle, and I'm trying to understand more about what that means in this short amount of time. But 3 weeks is when I see that date, and you guys are you're off to the races. This is going to happen very fast after the ball gets rolling.
Nice.
And your guy just said something too about this is a writing opportunity or something about writing. And this isn't even on your radar right now. If there's a marketing opportunity or a writing opportunity or something with side income money, they're really directing you towards helping somebody with writing. Like there's a lot of financial potential for you with writing from a marketing perspective.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Jackie over on Facebook asks, do you have a message from Larry who passed in 2019?
Okay. Larry is watching a 25-ish, 30-year-old that is on a motorcycle. There's a concern about somebody more reckless on a motorcycle, or somebody that's going to be buying a motorcycle, and concern around that. If you've got a son or somebody wanting to buy a motorcycle, I'd say get some riding lessons, because this looks like his perspective was instantly focused on one person, and it was a safety issues. And I don't want to scare people. That's not my intent, and it's not anything to cause a worry. It's just addressing this to avoid a situation. The soul itself feels very settled, very loving, very nurturing, more of that guardian energy, not a stuck soul, not somebody that's struggling to remain in this position of being kind of in between worlds. But he's this guardian of a 20-something-year-old young man, and that's where his focus is right now.
Nice. Quick thank you to all the people watching. We have 111 people. I have been seeing 111 all the time. Nope, gotta look out for those. But we have 111 people watching right now across Facebook and YouTube. Thank you to Veronica and Dale and Patty and Aaron. We really, really appreciate you. Raquel and Christine, Maureen, all of you. We couldn't be doing this without you, so thank you. If you are watching us on Facebook, please like our page and keep a lookout for all of our lives that are coming. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit that little bell icon on our page, because then you'll get notified every time that we go live. You'll never miss one of these, because we know you like to get your questions in. This question, Myrna says, hello, Marin. Can you please connect with my grandpa, Ramon? He passed away 3 years ago, and his birthday is August 31st. Does he have a message?
Boy, I just felt like an electric surge that went through my body. And this is a soul that he had 3 lives. Like, he had actually 2 near-death experiences. And I was wondering if he was on like a ventilator, or if it was a decision where life had to be terminated, because I got this like final breath and this energy that just settled. And this is one of those real heavy souls that want so bad to be a part of family. Like, this is a teary one for me, because that boundary of the world and how he's feeling, big family and just big heart, very quiet, very reserved right now. When I'm reading him, there's just such a level of this grief that's hard for him to feel like he's not a part of the family. So I get this impression that he was kind of the cornerstone, and I just get so much love, like love transcends all. I mean, I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but that is what this man represents. So he just wants everybody to know that there's just so much love, just love. Stop like the big, just love. That is how he presents. And for you specifically, there's a real message of like, I'm proud that you're strong, like you're the pulling up your bootstraps, kind of tough girl, kind of more of this, I can do it myself, this independent mentality. He's really proud of that. He's encouraging that, or that's more of a path for you to be. I'm getting it more in a physical sense. So what a good soul, real cornerstone of your family. And this is a hard one. So thank you for asking your question.
Raquel says, will my husband Camilo and I get back together?
Gosh, boy, there's a lot of heavy emotions. You're not ready for this one. This is almost 3 years. He is going to be involved in this other relationship. It's going to take him almost 2.5 years for him to stop the madness, step out of this, regain his perspective, and come back to you saying, is it too late? And if I'm being really, really honest, I think your chances of this reconciliation are so slim because you've been waiting and hoping and waiting. And I just feel like you're having to make decisions to just move on because you're not getting any reassurance from him. And I see this other relationship that's gonna last about almost 2 years before he regrets that decision. So I hate to hold your life up, but the honest answer is that if you want to wait 3 years, that's when I see him having that change of perspective to where he would be ready to come back.
Brooke says, hello, will I ever meet Mark again? I felt a connection, but now he left his job.
He left his job, coming back. And the job situation is going to even change again. I see there being communication again. I just don't see you face to face again. There's another person also that I'm getting named Brian that is late November of this year. I feel like there will be some sort of reach out and connection, but your sights are going to be set on this other guy that is very athletic built. Side interest is more like weightlifting and physical. He's a runner as well. That was interesting. Let me just see what else. The short answer is I don't see this developing into a relationship again, but you will hear from him, and the job situation's going to change once again early next year.
Nice. Jacob says, hi, is my step-grandfather, Steve, watching over me?
He's a soul that kind of floats, and he is going to be very present starting in May of next year. Let me think about how I can phrase this. You will be in a relationship May of next year, and there will be you'll be feeling like your family, you're focused on family at that time. And when I'm seeing May of next year, that's when I see him guarding you. That's when I see a lot of responsibilities coming forward for you in terms of relationship and family. And you're going to be scared. You're going to be nervous. Right now, he's with a younger male that I'm seeing that is college age, college driven. That focus shifts to you early May when you're wanting help with fatherhood and life and responsibilities and feeling really overwhelmed. And that's when he becomes more of your guardian.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a sweet soul.
Ashley says, can you see love in my future? And will it be with a man I'm talking to named Alex?
Alex, and then there's going to be one other person, and I think it was Richard or Rick. It came in really fast, and the reason why it came in so fast is because it's not going to sustain. I would continue focusing on this relationship despite this other person that you meet, because he's a little bit more, he doesn't have the confidence. I think the confidence that you're seeing is a little bit more artificial and sometimes a little showy, but he's much more humble than that impression you're getting. There's going to be another guy that just really wows you, really chases after you, hard pursuit. Don't trust him. Name is like Ricky, Rich. That is closer to the end of November. And I feel like that captivates your attention. And then January is when you're really focused on this relationship. So I would try cutting out that middleman and not go down that path.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yes.
Morgan says, hi, will me and Daryl be together? He's sending me mixed signals.
I wouldn't trust this guy. And it's not just because you're telling me he's sending mixed signals. It's because I feel like there are multiple people that he's talking to. And so he's like classic, just bouncing from one person to the next and just circling back around, and like a trail of exes from the past that there's communication with. I honestly think that you would be happier in another relationship. And they're saying early April, by almost a year from right now is when I see the very solid relationship. And it's not this gentleman, but you meet the person in early April.
Cami says, can you please, please, please connect with my father, Robert, who passed when I was only 5 years old? I could really use a message since I hadn't had him in my life.
Okay. And one more thing, just to wrap up on that last call, they were saying somebody by the name of Meg or Megan is the access and how you're meeting this new person. And I just had to get that out because that would not stop until now I can focus on this. 5 years old. And did we get a name of
Robert?
Robert. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Boy, he's a little bit more distant. This is a harder soul. So let me describe very briefly. Empathically, I can understand why your heart feels this longing or this feeling of like, I want to connect with you, because this is not a soul that you feel is around you all the time. Like some souls that just, you feel that presence. This is a more confused soul. This is a more soul that's kind of had this tragic separation where they don't want to come as close, or it's harder to come closer. It's so emotional. I mean, it's like imagining being in a pane of glass, having to watch somebody's life that you just wish so hard that you could be a part of. And so sometimes it's easier to do this. And that's what I see when I connect with him. So you empathically don't feel this connection. And this is one of those souls that I really, as hard as this may be, this is somebody that needs to understand that your family is stable and well, and that he can ascend and he can transition, because this is harder for him. He wants to guide, but he's just so far that he's not intuitively connecting with people. This is a soul that you want to speak to and communicate to and tell him, like, I hope that you enter back into my life in a different form, or I hope that we can connect again and our souls can connect again. But for now, I don't want you suffering. It's time. I'm okay. I'm stable. You can ascend. I feel like there is this sense of like, I'm just missing out on so much, and it's happening so fast, and you're so accomplished, and I'm proud, but it's really hard for me to watch. And I know that's probably not the message that you wanted to hear, but if you really want to build that connection with him or help this soul, that's the best advice I can offer you right now. So you both are in a better place. And I do feel like there is an opportunity where he could still be a part of your life in a different form, where even though you don't know him, didn't know him as well because you were so young, other family members would be able to say like, wow, this boy looked just like Robert. Like, wow, look at those features, or look at this, or the mannerisms, and something that may help you connect with him in a different way, because he's ready to go.
Sad, but good to know.
Yeah.
Sybil says, when will I get a promotion, new job, and will I still be married?
Okay. I encourage you that you hold on 1 second. Let me just see why they're giving me this timeline. I'm being given 2 months, and I was going to say, I encourage the concern that you have, or the marriage issues, is really going to come down to being about finances. And you've got a couple guides communicating, and I feel like there's more of this decision to just change your life and move on and just be done. And financially, that may be a better decision for you right now if you are solely basing it on finances, to cut free and have that security and know what you're financially dealing with. Emotionally, it's going to bite you in the butt. And emotionally, you're going to feel like, I rushed this, or now that I've got this other job and my life has started to stabilize, now I'm wishing that I could go back and I could reconnect in this relationship. And once it's done, it would be done. I highly encourage that you take a more selfish approach, I call it a permissible selfish approach right now. Focus on yourself. The relationship's a loose end, and you'll be in a much better place around January to revisit this relationship. And the more independent you are, the more you're living that life or continuing to live that life, the more that this person just feels like, I'm missing out and I do want to be a part of this, and I'm willing to try harder. I'm willing to actually put in the work because I'm seeing this person that's so much more attractive, because now you're happy, you've got a better job, you're glowing, you're not as disappointed just with life in general. And that's a real contagious energy that's going to motivate them to want to repair things, which is not happening right now. So if I was in your position, I would focus on the love and that connection and create that job security instead of focusing on what's most responsible or what's most financially easy right now. That's a long answer, but a lot of information. So thanks for listening.
And that's a good thing that I wanted to touch on too, is about, if we can't get to your question today, but two, if we get to your question, but you have follow-up questions, Marin, when will you be on so people can get in contact with you and get some more one-on-one personal reading?
I will be on like 6:30 today, 6:37 Pacific time. So just a little after 6 this evening.
Sounds good. And then if Marin, if her queue is filled up or she's not on, please go to our website or download our app. We have over 500 psychics now on the line. It is crazy how many we have. You can search by the different filters on our website. You can search by the type of topic you want, the type of ability you want your psychic to be able to use. Tons of ways to narrow it down, because I know it can be a little overwhelming to find the perfect one, but we are here to help you and hope that we hear from you. Mm-hmm. And our next question comes from you're moving so fast. Here it goes. Denny says, where is my relationship with Rodney going?
Okay. My goodness. I'm trailing this timeline wise. You guys are just on this roller coaster ride. It is the thing that I dislike the most, and this is more of my opinion when I'm looking at this, is that you guys are beating each other down. Like the carelessness or the recklessness or the frustration where you're just kind of venting or taking things out. And I do feel like that's coming a little bit more from the other side, but I just feel like it's getting worse and worse. Like this mistreating of each other is getting worse and worse, and it's breaking down the foundation that you have. Excuse me. I'm going to just grab a sip really quick because my voice. So what's problematic about this is that you're making it so much worse. It would be better off for you guys to really take a break, or for you to voluntarily just say, I'm done. I need a time away. I need to reset. I think that would certainly cause a little bit of a concern. So do this very delicately, but somebody's got to be the bigger person in this to stop this madness, because you will destroy this before you really can get things back on track. So the path that I see this going down is not good, and that by the beginning of the year, it will be done. I think that you can still salvage this, and I think that it needs a very different, more mindful, calm approach instead of this bickering that I'm seeing. It's not sustainable.
Apana says, hi, Marin. I'm currently looking for work from home employment. Can you see that for me? Also, can you try to connect with my Papa Chilton? Does he have any messages for me?
Okay. There's also some connection with Chile, and that's very wild. I mean, that's something that's so random. And so I'm getting like, I'm not sure what that is about, but I feel like there was travel or something about going there or travel. Just your guides trying to get that little bit of information through, even though I know you didn't ask about that, but that's relevant for something. The other answer to your question about work, do you have some sort of a medical background or caregiving background, or were you trying to caretake for somebody? I get the working at home and especially like flexibility with family, but where you stand to do very well financially, they keep trying to direct you towards caretaking and caregiving, and it feels like it's a personal connection of a friend or family member or somebody that you would really enjoy doing this work. I see you actually going through a couple different positions, and it looks like this is almost a year and a half out before you do this, where I would rather streamline this and get you on that track now, and it would still allow for you to have the flexibility as a parent, and you're doing errands and caretaking and building this relationship with a senior citizen that you just love. And something about hair and doing hair, I'm just going to go on and on and on talking about this because I can see this so clear, and you're just kind of spinning your wheels to do something that's a little bit more convenient from home. The question about, there was something about Papa, what was the name again? Could you please?
Chilton, Chilltin.
Chilton. I'm trying to find him. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to find this soul, and I get like a flash and I get an image, but I feel like this is a soul that has long since transitioned, and it's rare that I can't connect with somebody, but I'm also under a time gun, and I'm trying to ask. I don't have the ability to ask questions to validate the connection I'm getting.
Yeah.
But what I see is somebody that's like very very militant, very disciplined, very hardworking, but he's not of this realm. I feel like that's been a soul that has ascended or reincarnated, and I apologize that I don't have a dialogue with him right now.
Apana, if any of that sounds familiar, let us know. I'll look for your comment. And then we have one from Rodriguez, Lucia. Hello, Lucia. Hello, my name is Lucia. Do you see me and my family in a new house pretty soon? Thank you.
Yes. And the other thing that they were just saying about like funding and loan lender, like this is September. This is going to happen towards the, you are about 5-6 weeks away from entering into escrow. And there's this sense of like rush or market and prices or inflation and interest rates. You will be in a better financial position with mortgage and what you're doing mid-September anyways. So I get a very, I actually get a very large house. So I'm wondering if it's harder for you to find what you're looking for. Not a large lot, but usable land. And it's like, it's a 2-story, very large, looks more colonial style. And second week in September is when you are entering into escrow. And you find this through a realtor, very traditional.
Nice. Artelia says, hi, Marin. When will things get better with Paul? Will we overcome our financial crisis?
Okay. Boy, you've got a lot. I'm sorry. Before I answer that last thing on this last call, I've got a lot of these lingering comments. Something about, yes, you can buy, not renting. So I feel like maybe you were looking at rentals and they're directing you at looking towards purchasing because you would qualify. Okay, I can switch gears now. Paul, let me look at the timeline on this. November. Does November 12th mean anything to you? Is that a birthday or an anniversary or something? Because that is the day that I'm shown that there is this massive, like you're looking at a 2-hour conversation. It starts in a restaurant and then it just continues. And that's when you guys just really feel like you're a team again. You're on the same page. You're working together. You've got a plan. By that middle point, that's when I'm seeing this finally feeling better and back on track.
Nice. I think it's funny though, back to the guides that want to tell you everything. They're not used to this rapid timeline. They're like, no, we have things to say.
I think the biggest difference between these live readings and being on a phone is I can ask a couple follow-up questions to validate and make sure, where with these readings, I don't have that. So I'm trying to give as much information and answer your questions. And sometimes what they're saying is not what you're asking, which yet obviously they want you to know or may be relevant and important. So my job is to kind of filter that and give it to you as fast as I can. But on a phone, I can qualify that guide just a little bit more to make sure the accuracy. So that makes sense.
That makes sense. That's funny though. It's just like, they're like, no, wait.
And then I can't think and shift focus to the next person. So
our next question, let's see, is going to be from, already answered that one. D says, would I get my own home soon?
Oh, D, you're sweet. Gosh, you are trying so hard. You're a good soul. The responsibility, working hard. And sadly, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of support, and that you're doing this on your own, and the pride that you will feel, this will so be worth it. But you're not going to like to hear this, but I feel like it's May. And I also would encourage that you do wait a little bit longer. So you're in a situation where, most importantly, you really feel safe and that you're not compromising and settling for a situation that might be a little shadier. Because that's what I keep seeing. I keep seeing it being forced, because I know you want that independence and to be proud. But the difference of trying to make this happen this year versus April, you're signing things and you're moving in, you will just feel like, I want people to come over. I'm proud of this home, and the affordability is there. So keep saving. Don't rush it. You'll be much happier.
Nice. Next question is from, reminder, if you're asking about someone, please use their first name. I see a couple that I want to pick, but we're just going to wait for you to respond with a first name. This one is from Angelica. Career-wise, do you see me having a job within this month? If so, what kind, and will I be content?
Not really. I see something that looks more like it's administrative, and you're just the errand girl, and you're busy and kind of feeling like you're picking up all the slack, and it's okay. The dream job, or the position that I'm seeing when I'm looking in December, do you have any interest in focusing on real estate, or even being like the right-hand gal for an agent, or like a personal assistant for a real estate agent, and getting your foot in that door? I would rather steer you towards an entry-level position with a real estate firm, and working your way up, because the position I see you in looks like you're ready to get out of it in just a couple months. So try looking at things a little bit more long-term instead of the urgency of getting that job, because you're not going to stay there very long.
Gotcha. And before we go to the next question, I want to point out that we do have a promo code for first-time customers. So if you've never gotten a reading with California Psychics before, head to our website or download our app. When you create your account, use the promo code. Oh, this way. There goes. Live5. Live5 will get you $5 added on to your account when you purchase your first package. That's $5 extra to get a reading. If you use one of our $1 a minute psychics for new customer promos, that's 5 extra minutes. It's a lot that you can get in 5 minutes. So I highly encourage that. And if you have not signed up for our Karma Rewards program, free loyalty program, you can go to our website, sign up for Karma Rewards. You automatically get $20 added to your account. You can get a free birth chart, which is a $35 value right there. You get bonus points when you get readings with your favorite psychics. It's endless. It's endless stuff you get, and those free points or those bonus points get you free readings. So why not sign up? So again, Live5, if you are a new customer, use the promo code Live5 to get $5 extra in your account. And we have about 3 or 4 minutes before we switch over to the tarot cards. So any very specific questions, get those in, and I will try to answer those as many as we can now. Let's see. Arkisha says, will everything work out on a positive note with my fiance Henry and I move forward?
Yes, and I'm trying to see in just a snippet what's going on with. I think the hardest thing about this period in the relationship is that he's reached a point where he just wants to stop communicating and stop talking about it and detailing everything, and you ready to fix things and help. He just wants to kind of step back and be in a little bubble. So you're going to notice a wave of withdrawal and a little bit more quietness and just not really talkative. And with you, I hear like, what's wrong? Is it okay? Are we good? And I wouldn't go there. I just would. Obviously, he knows that you're supportive and available, but you're going to experience this withdrawal pretty much for the month of August, and then you're right back on track in September. I think it's harder because he's very masculine, very dominant, and it feels like I just want to be left alone, and it'd be good to respect that right now. But you guys, as far as relationship and moving forward, you're fine early September.
Next question comes from, I was about to pick one. I have to go back and find it. There we go. Hi, Marin. Allison here. Was wondering if you had any insight on me meeting someone significant in my life, my love life.
I actually get a gentleman that doesn't quite look like that. What they're describing is you might have even overlooked this person or wouldn't fit your typical type. He's a little bit leaner, tall, and doesn't radiate this real masculinity. It's all about the personality. I just see like laughter and love and life of the party. I mean, it's just such a contagious energy that you want to be around all the time. And they're showing you meeting in a restaurant, and it's a nicer restaurant / bar. And I don't even want to use that word because it's a little classier. But I see you meeting this person because they're just so extroverted, and it's early. You are almost 2 months away to the dot. It's that very beginning of November when you're meeting this person.
It's exciting.
That one is, yeah.
Angel says, will I hear from David J soon, and does he still love me?
It's pretty weak, if I'm being honest to you or with you. I'm struggling to even get a timeline. I feel like if you aren't reaching out, if you're not encouraging this, it's drifting. It's just fading. I think there is this feeling of love, but the bigger issue is he's not wanting to be accountable. He doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship. I think that there's a lot of compassion, and he respects you, attracted to you, but it's more of like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can commit. I don't want to put somebody else first. I'm still trying to find myself. And so he's got a little bit lower of a confidence, and it's creating this withdrawal. So I think this is a really tricky one.
And with that, do you want to move over to tarot card pools?
Yeah, let's do that. I am ready.
Perfect. Then our first, and again, reminder for any new people, now is the rapid fire card pool. So if you don't want to ask a specific question, you can just say, can I have a general card or a love card or life path? Marin will pull a card and interpret it based off of the topic, or just what the general meaning of the card is. So, ooh, people are excited for this. They are flying in with their comments.
Yeah.
So this is from Dale. Love card, please.
Okay. Oh, okay. You've got this star reversed. So the star reversed means that in an upright position, you would be in perfect alignment, spiritually ready. Everything's on track. This is saying there's a little bit more fine tuning. This means that it's a little bit more of a time frame for you to be alone with yourself, with spirit, in more of an introspective place. It's still an excellent card, even in a reverse position, but it's just, you're still finding yourself before you can fully commit to that partnership. So I love the card, but don't let the reversal concern you.
Yeah. Rak D. Han. Hello, Marin. Tarot card for me. All my relationships gone. Like anything, please, please.
Okay. Ace of Swords. And the swords represent intelligence, thought. It's more of an intellectual relationship, or could be symbolic of a partner that is educated, and that there might not be as much of that instant sexual chemistry, but more of that chemistry and connection through mind and intelligence. But it's also the ace, meaning new beginnings, new starts. So I feel like this relationship, an intellectual partnership, is just right around the corner for you.
Perfect. Tania says, can I get a love and finance card, please?
Okay. Well, and this is great because this is the Three of Pentacles, and the Pentacles in some decks are known as coins, which is a financial card. This is the card that represents community building and coming together. And so I feel like that normally when somebody asks me love finances, I pull two cards, but in your case, I'm told just one card because the relationship, the partnership is bringing this financial stability. This card is symbolic of building and community. It's an architect building these plans with these customers, if you will. And sometimes that represents that it could be a contractor or somebody that's involved in very tangible craftsmanship, but you're going to be in a relationship with somebody that brings you a lot of financial stability and is very community oriented.
And then Amna says, love card, please.
Okay. All right, you got the Six of Wands. This is a good card. This is you being recognized, you being given a lot of love, attention, nurturing. You're on this horse, and all these people down below are holding those wands and cheering you on. So I feel like the relationship is bringing you this sense of attention, or will be bringing you a sense of acknowledgement and attention. And wands being the suit of fire, that has a lot to do with passion and sexual energy. So you will be feeling great. You'll be feeling physically attractive. This is just a all around good card for you to know that you're being acknowledged in the relationship.
And then Charlene says, a life card, please.
Okay. Life card. Oh, this is the healing angel. So this is doesn't always come up like in a situation where you need to be concerned about health, but this is temperance, meaning that this is a balance of back and forth until you find that perfect balance. But it does also represent healing. So if you're on path for making lifestyle choices or lifestyle changes to create that optimal health, that's one of the messages that this card brings.
Lisa wants a card for the future.
Hi, Lisa. So 8 of Wands, and what this represents is in an upright position, it is go, 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 like you can't do this fast enough. In this reverse position and how this card appeared, it's the exact opposite message, which is slow down, like slow it down. So if you had a little bit of that COVID reprieve that a lot of us did have, where we didn't know what to do with all this downtime, you now have gone back onto that hamster wheel, and the message is just slow it back down a little bit before things start spiraling out of control. Slow and steady wins the race.
Sally says a general card.
Okay, Sally, I'm getting, and this is the Empress. And often this card is represented as a mother, a pregnant woman. That could be in the sense of nurturing energy or caregiving energy. But this is what I call a significator card that's representing you. And this is somebody that's very mothering and nurturing and holding that throne, holding down the fortress.
Joel wants a card for future finances.
Okay, Joel. This is the Queen of Pentacles, which the Pentacles does represent finances. So we got that right. The aspect of this being a female and a queen reversed, I understand it can be a little bit trickier when you pull a card and it might not exactly answer what you're looking for. But in this position, it means that in this situation, what I'm reading is you are more independent, more self-sufficient. You're not relying on else to bring that financial support. You have this financial support all independent of yourself and anyone else. So that is what this card represents.
Nice. And then this next question is from Andrea, new baby coming in the family card. And I saw in a previous comment asking about the relationship with the sibling, if it's going to be a good relationship with the new baby.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened is as I was shuffling, a card like jumped out, and that's a good sign, but I need to reach over and get the card that jumped out. Oh, okay. So this is the 4 of Cups, and this is, I'm wondering if this was like a surprise baby or something that was unplanned, because this represents, like, literally this is God's hands coming out of the air, if you will, or substitute that terminology for whatever your spiritual belief is. But this is like, here you go. This is a gift from the divine, and here is this cup that is full of abundance and happiness, and here is this person that's sitting here a little bit more unable to fully embrace and receive this gift. And so that leads me to question, is there a partner that's not fully ready, or is it not happening at the best time? The message for you in this situation is that this really is this divine gift, even though you might not fully be ready or somebody's not fully ready. This is such a blessing for your family. So that's a great card.
Nice. We have about 6 more minutes. We're going to fly through some more comments, but keep sending them in. I know that y'all want you to get your questions answered. If you've already asked it, just throw it in there again, because I'm going as they come in. And man, we have a lot coming in. Janine says a love card, please.
Okay. Ace of Cups, this is literally like this card is known as like the holy grail of relationships right here being gifted to you. So if you are in a relationship or doubting anything about this, this is something that is more of a meant to be situation. If you're looking for that partner, this is ace, meaning it's starting, it's happening soon, and it's just going to be overflowing with abundance. Great card. We've had really good cards today. So I think you're on something.
Oops, there we go. Sorry. Let's see. Next question is from Tara. Is Rob my future partner?
Okay, look at this. This is the High Priestess reversed. So the interpretation with this card would be, are you feeling a little less powerful in this relationship, a little less yourself? Do you have to take a more submissive role, a more diminished role? Does it challenge you in those ways to where you're not really shining to your highest potential? So it's something to keep an eye on, something where I'd love to see it like this. So stand up, be a little bit more vocal, hold that position so you're not compromising to be in this relationship.
Chloe says, life card, please.
Okay, Chloe, you got 9 of Pentacles, meaning that it would be wise for you to watch your finances a little bit. You're not at the stage where money is just endless and abundant. So you still need to kind of buckle down and be a little bit more mindful with spending, or if things have gotten a little out of control, time to put a cap on things for a little while.
And then Greg says, can I get a love card, please and thank you?
Yes, you can. All right. This is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of change, and often very balanced change, sometimes unwanted change, but change that will put you on the right path. You're in more of a stagnant position, or wanting change in the relationship, or if you're feeling stuck, perhaps it's time to get that wheel turning so things will air out and things will get back on track. So you're kind of in a stuck pattern within relationships right now.
Jamie wants a card for the future, please.
Okay, Jamie, let me just. All right, Jamie, you have the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups is sometimes known as, is your head in the clouds? Are you daydreaming? Are you not executing? Is it time to make things more tangible? Or, this could be, if you were telling me that you were in the process of building that dream home and your ideas are running wild and you've got a lot of creativity, what can you really pull from all of that and make real and more realistic, more practical? So this is a card just saying, get the head out of the clouds and let's just really make sure you're aware of what you're doing.
Okay, this might be our last question, and it's going to be for Stacey. Love card.
Hey, Stacey, I want this a good one. Let's see what we've got. All right, so this card, this is a good card. This is hearing that call, which often means that you are getting that telephone call. If you've been waiting for somebody to call, if you have been wanting this person to come back into your life, this message of it's happening, it's time, it's now, pay attention, be ready to talk, be ready to get that call because somebody's coming back into your life or ready to reignite a relationship.
And what was the name of that card?
That card, oh gosh, hold on. Where did I just put that card?
What was it, the Hierophant or the?
No. Oh my gosh. No, that was not the Hierophant. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
that's okay.
Oh gosh, you've stumped. Hold on one second. I just put this card back into the deck and I've got to find it. I am sorry. Come on, guys, help me out.
It was the card with
I just had a total mind blank. Okay, come on.
Was it the?
This is gonna kill me. I keep hearing temperance, 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 but this is not temperance. It is. This is killing me.
I'm sorry.
No,
If it comes to you, it's gonna come to you in the middle of the night, and you're like, Carly, it was this.
Sorry guys. Why can't
No
I
worries.
card? Somebody out there, throw me a bone, because I'm sure there are some tarot people out there. Why can't I get the name of this card?
It doesn't look like, I'm trying to think, because it doesn't look like a lot of the other decks.
It is. Oh man.
Is it the Sun?
No. It's a major arcana card, and
Yeah.
is does it start with an R? Is there anybody else out there? This is embarrassing because I should know this and I can't get it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Someone's saying Judgment.
Judgment. Thank you so much.
Where was that? There, Lenny, thank you. Judgment.
Thank you.
Oh, and then Jackie and Steph, they all at the same time.
Everybody's got it down. Thank you guys. Gosh, I could not get temperance. They're very similar with the angel and Michael and archangels. This is Judgment, which is that divine message. There's the cool thing about this card, and for those of you that are fans of the Disneyland haunted house ride, if you've ever wondered, like, why is there a trumpet hanging from the ceiling, or like there's the crystal ball and these tarot cards and there's a trumpet hanging from the ceiling. And there is a branch of religion called spiritists or spiritism, and they used to use horns and trumpets to bring messages from the other side and project it through the instrument. And so one of the little hidden metaphysical icons and symbols is a trumpet or a horn, because those were used almost like table tipping and ways that mediums could communicate with spirits. They used trumpets and horns. And so this message of this horn is like this physical being or angel bringing a divine message down through the trumpet and broadcasting this message. And this card is somewhat biblical in the sense that it's Judgment Day and everybody's rising up and they are here to repent or live their new life. And so this message in translation of how does this apply to you is you're going to either get that phone call or pay attention to signs or messages or guides or just the quirkiest little communication that could happen in your life where you bump into somebody and you just want to really, really be on your toes, paying attention and listening, because somebody may connect you with a new partnership and a friend, but keep your ears peeled or your eyes peeled and your ears open, because this is a message that will probably be in an audio form of somebody coming back into your life or somebody that's going to connect you with somebody. So thank you guys for throwing me that bone and giving me the message, the definition. I appreciate that. But that is the message with this card.
Well, thank you. I'm glad we solved the mystery. I appreciate it, everyone in the chat. And thank you, Marin, for being here. We always love having you on our lives. And remember, everyone, if we did not get to your question today, because we had a lot of questions today, you can find Psychic Marin on our website or on our app. download it and get in her queue, because I know it's going to be filled up. You're going to be on shortly, you said, right?
Yeah, about an hour and a half. That's
Perfect. Everyone get ready, because I know you have some questions we didn't get answered, and I know that Marin will love to answer those. And if Marin isn't available, check out any of our psychics that we have that are on at the moment, and they'll be happy to answer your questions. So thank you, Marin, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next week.